So let us start with the probability. For example, say what you can say about the probability is possibility about a particular event can happen, or we can say as a prediction of the particular event will occur. For example, say if I ask you, will it rain today or not? So your answer will be a probability based on your calculation, whether it will be rain, it will rain or it will not rain. So we will consider the different scenarios like the temperature, humidity, then the history. Like yesterday, it was rained in Varanasi, so there is a more probability that it will rain today also. Okay, so the prediction about a particular event, we call it as a probability. Let us consider the normal examples that we take for understanding the probability. Tossing a coin. Tossing a coin. Okay, so tossing a coin means coin have two sides. One side is called as the head, another side is called as the tail. Let us write this as head and the tail. So we have two possibilities. Either it will be head or it will be tail. So probability of getting a head if coin is tossed, we call write it as 1/2 because we have two possible outcomes. Out of that, whether it will be a head, we'll have the probability as 1/2. Or if we want to calculate the probability of tail, it will be 1/2. Or in other terms, we can write this as probability as 0.5 or 0.5, or we can write it as there are 50% chances of after tossing a coin, there will be a head, or there are 50% chances after tossing a coin, there will be a tail. So this values 50%, 50%, or zero point 0.5, zero point 0.5, 1/2, 1/2 is called as a prediction about a particular event. And what event we are considering? We are considering the event as tossing a coin. And expected outcome that we want is either head or tail. So if we want the output as head, the probability of getting head is 1/2. If we want the output as tail, the probability of getting tail is 1/2. Or there are 50% chances of getting head if you toss a coin, or there are 50% chances of getting tail after tossing a coin. Or let us write the formula. Prediction. Prediction or probability of an event is equals to expected outcome divided by total outcomes. Okay, so this is the generalized formula that all of you knows. Total outcomes. Okay, so meaning of this is expected outcome is, for example, here we want the outcome as head. So probability of head, which will write it as a probability of prediction. What we are predicting, it will be a head. Or what we expect a event as, it will be a head. So this will be equals to expected outcome. So expected outcome, what we want, head, which is 1. And total outcomes, there are two possible outcomes if you toss a coin, that is head or a tail. So two possible outcomes means you will write it as a 2, which is equals to 0.1. Okay, so this is the probability. Now let us understand the probability chart. So the probability chart starts from probability equals to 0. So probability, and it will be up to 1. Let me remove, draw a straight line. Okay. So probability here it is 0. And probability values lies between 0 and 1. So this is, if probability is equals to 0, it means uncertain event. Uncertain. Uncertain, certain, or say impossible. So if you are saying it will not rain today, if you say the probability of raining today is zero, that means it is an uncertain event or impossible event. Yeah, it will never rain today. The meaning of that is so. So if probability is equal to zero, it means that that particular event will never occur. That particular event will never occur. Okay, so for example, say, uh, let us take example of dice. So dice have six sides, six sides. So it looks like somewhat like this. Let me draw a shape. Okay, how it can be drawn. So it is like a cube, somewhat like this. So consider this as a dice. It has the numbers or dots printed on each side. So three sides are hidden here. I can't represent this, but there are three more sides on which dots 4, 5, and 6 are present. So there are six sides, and each side contains number of dots. So number of dots starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6. And if I ask you, if a dice is rolled, what is the probability of getting outcome as 7? What is the probability of getting outcome as 7? So this particular event is an impossible event. If you roll a dice 1 million times, then also you will not get outcome as 7. Why? Because 7 is not printed on any of the sides of the dice. So this is an impossible event. This is an impossible event. Okay, then this is a probability equals to 0.5. So this is a even event. Even event. That means there are fair chances of getting the event to occur. That means 50% chances that event will occur, 50% chances that event will not occur, like probability of getting head. So we have a 50% chance that you will get a head and 50% chance that you will not get head. Then let us draw two more dots here. So these are called as the likely event. Likely event means they are most probable. They are more probable. And these events are called as the events between these are called as the unlikely. Unlikely. That means there is a lesser probability of getting this as an outcome. There is more probability of getting this as an outcome. And this equals to 1 is called as the certain event. Certain event or definite event. Certain event or definite event. Okay, so let me give you example about the certain event that find a probability of there will be a sunset today. Probability of sunset. So is this a definite event? So there will be definitely a sunset in the evening today. If you are at any place, there will be a definite sunset today. So this is a certain event, or we will call it as a, it will be definitely going to happen. Then its probability is equals to 1. Okay, so this is a theoretical chart of the probability. Okay, now let me tell me. We are saying that if we toss a coin, if we toss a coin, probability of getting head is 50%, and probability of getting tail is 50%. And suppose that if you have tossed the coin 100 times, how many heads you will get and how many tails you will get? If coin is tossed, coin tossed 100 times, how many heads and how many tails?
50,
Yes,
each 50.
each 50. So meaning of this is that you will get 50 heads and 50 tails. Okay, now let us do the experiment. Okay, do you have the coins? Now toss it 100 times and count the number of heads and number of tails. Okay, it will take a longer time. I will not tell you the experience like this, but let us do with the help of this Excel sheet. So here we will write one function. So consider 0 as head. Consider this 0 as a head, and we'll consider 1 as tail. So it will be simpler to find out. And tossing means if you toss, you don't know what will be the outcome. It is a random. So random equals to, let us generate
Random experiment.
random number between random between random number between 0 comma 1. Okay, so first time it has generated 1. Let us drag this. Okay, so this many times it has generated. Now counting will be difficult. So for counting also we will write a formula. So equals to count if. So what we want to count? In this column, we want to count
Heads.
0. 0. Am I correct? Okay, so it is showing me that 4 times 0 is there. So let us check whether it is correct or not. 1, 2, 3, and 4 zeros are there. Okay, so formula is correct. So we will just copy this formula, paste it here, and this we will replace with 1. So is there anything wrong in this formula? So yes, column numbers are yep. If you copy paste, then sometimes it will automatically correct it. So we don't want to it to correct. Okay, now ones are 3. So count it 1, 2, and 3. So this is correct. Now calculate the percentage. So how many times? So percentage, what formula you can write? So it is equals to this plus this into 100 divided by 0% is this. It is giving to 100. Let us change this to G5 here and 100 here. Okay, so formula is correct. Let us paste this formula here. So this is G5. G means column number. If you have worked with the Excel, then you might be knowing it. And H5, so it is correct. Okay, so 6 for percentages, 0.6 into what formula you can write? 6 out of 10. So 6 out of 10, how you can write? 6 divided by 10. Let me correct this formula. Okay, tell me the formula for this. I am blank now to find a percentage. How do we find a percentage? For example, say in a class there are 60 students and 20 got the distinction. What is the percentage of distinction? So what you do? You do the operation as 20 divided by 60 into 100. Am I correct? Yes, 20 divided by 60 into 100. So this is equals to this divided by total. This plus this and into 100. So now this seems to be correct. So H5, so this should be, yes, H5 is correct here, and this should be G5 and H5. Okay, now it is absolutely correct. Percentage of 0 is 70 and percentage of 1 is 30. Okay, so according to your probability theory, the percentage should be 50-50. But this one is giving the different values. Okay, let us plot a graph also. So plotting a graph, visualization will be easier. How to plot a graph in Excel? Insert. Okay, we will plot bar graph. Let us draw a circular graph. Let me drag it here. Okay, we are just performing this experiment for understanding what exactly is the probability. Okay, now percentage is 70-30. 0% is larger than the 1%. So it is not even. So let us drag this formula for more numbers. Now let us check what is the result. Okay, now how many times we have done the experiments? It is almost equals to 100 times. 52 and 57 means 109 times. So now if you observe here, if you increase the number of experiments, then this chart is becoming even. Okay, let us do some more experiments. So tossing a coin is now simple with the help of the computer. Otherwise, you will have to toss it 100 times, 1000 times, 2000 times, and that would have been very much time consuming. Now we have to just drag a formula. Like, so let us check how many times we have done it. So almost we have done it 1000 times, 500 plus 500, 1000 times. And if you check now, the probability is 0% and 1% is almost matching. It is almost matching, or it is equals to 50%. And this is also equals to a 50% chart. If you see that there is an even distribution of 0 and a 1. That means if you probability tells you that the probability of getting head is 50%, meaning of that if you perform the infinite number of experiments, then the number of heads you will get will be a 50% and number of tails you will get a 50%. But if you have been asked that if you have tossed the coin 10 times, what is the number of heads and what are the number of tails, then saying it has 5 heads and 5 tails will not be a correct. Will not be a correct. So this percentage or the probability means that you have done the uh, larger number of experiments, or actually it is an infinite number of experiments, then only the probability will match. Otherwise, saying for 10 experiments, it will be you will get 5 times head and 5 times tail is not correct. It might be correct in some situations, in it might be incorrect in some situations. But if you do the 1000 experiments, 10,000 experiments, then the number of heads and number of tails will be evenly distributed. They will not be exactly same, but their percentage will be approaching. Their percentage will be almost equal. So this is what a probability is. This is what a probability is, that you predict about a certain event that will occur. So if probability is equals to 1, then only you can say that it is going to be happen guaranteedly, or that is called as the certain event. But if probability is less than 1, then in some cases it will not happen. If probability is if probability is 99%, then also there are 1% chances that that particular event will not occur. Okay. So this is what a probability is, and based on the probability, there are many applications, many prediction algorithms used in the machine learning, artificial intelligence, data science, and there was very nice movie based on this probability. You may have watched it or not. Do you know? Can you name that movie which was based on the probability? A Hindi movie. And the stars in the movie or actors in the movie were Amitabh Bachchan and I think R. Madhavan. So you might have now the concept of the probability. Probability is a possibility that particular event will occur, or it is a prediction about event may occur. Okay, now common questions that you have been asked that based on the head and tail or of the coin tossing, then dice, then playing cards, bag and ball. Okay, so we'll be studying these problems. So these are quite simple problems to understand. Okay, now let us understand the problems based on the dice. Okay, so this is the chart that I will explain you. Do anyone know about these charts? Okay, so if you don't know, I will tell you. If you know, just tell me the meaning of the charts. Okay, so dice, as I have told you, is a cube which has 6 sides. And let me take an image from the internet only. Nowadays, we have become a lot of lazy because of this internet. Dice icon. images. What is this? Rolling dice. Recording. Yes. Does anyone have the six sides? One, two, three.
Check this one.
Which one?
Uh, राईट कॉर्नर मध्ये टॉपला. हा
Okay, so let
लेफ्ट
us
राईट कॉर्नर बॉटम.
okay, let us take this. Copy image and paste it here. So this is your rolling dice. So it has the six sides. It has the six sides. So the kind of question that is been asked is what is the probability of getting number as one? What is the probability of getting number as two? So possible outcomes are possible outcomes of rolling dice are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now let us take some questions based on this dice. Probability of getting one as outcome. Can you tell me? Probability of getting one as an outcome. So how many numbers you want as outcome? We want a single number. Out of
By
how many?
6.
Out of 6. So it is 1 by 6. Probability of getting outcome as 5 is 1 by 6. Probability of getting even number. If you roll a dice, if you roll
Half.
a single dice, what is the probability of getting even outcome?
Half.
So expected outcome are these 2, 4, or 6. So it is 3. Am I correct? We
Sir,
have
half, sir.
yes, it is half. So it is 3 divided by 6 equals to 1 by 2. Similarly, probability of odd outcome will be 3 by 6, or if it is equals to 1 by 2. Or probability of prime number. Yes, what is the probability of getting a number as a prime number? How
2
many are
by
prime
6.
number? It is again 3 by 6. Prime numbers
6.
are 3, 5, and 2. 2,
2.
3, and 5 are the
1 by
prime
2.
numbers. So it is 3 by 6 or it is 1 by 2. Okay, so these are the simple questions that can be asked on the dice. If dice is thrown, what is the probability of getting the outcome as 1, outcome as 5, even outcome, odd outcome, prime outcome? Now let us extend this example. Probability if, let me write, if two pair dice. Okay, so you will get this word in the probability question. Pair dice means the getting the outcome as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 has the even probability. Has the even probability. That means it is not uh, altered. That dice is not altered like the which one? Which mama? Shakuni Mama had altered the diocese in the Mahabharata, and whatever the outcome that was going in the uh, favor of Kauravas rather than the Pandavas. Okay, so like that, it is not altered. It is a fair dice, and there is a possibility of getting the even outcome for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if two fair dice are rolled, what is probability of first question? Sum is divisible by 3. Second, sum is prime number. Third, sum is multiple of 5. Okay, now possible outcomes. Let us write the possible outcomes. If two dice are thrown, what are the possible outcomes? The possible outcomes are first dice will have the outcome as 1, second dice will have the outcome as 1. First dice have outcome as 1, second have 2. Then 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Similarly, this we can extend up to
6
6,
1.
comma 1 up to final
6.
6, comma 6. So these are the 6 entries in every row. And how many rows? Let me write here 2, comma 1, 3, comma 1, 4, comma 1,
36.
5, comma 1, and 6, comma 1. So total number of rows are 6, total number of columns are 6. Total number of rows and total number of columns are 6. So possible outcomes are equals to 6 into 6 equals to 36. Now what is our first question? Sum is divisible by 3. So now tell me, the minimum sum here is minimum sum equals to, sum means sum of two outcomes. So here it is 1,
1 2 and 2 1.
minimum sum is 2, and maximum sum is
12.
12. Minimum sum is 2, maximum sum is 12. So it should be divisible by 3. So what are the sums which are divisible by 3? So sums divisible by 3 are equals to 3 itself, then 6, then 9, then 12. So the expected outcomes are this. All possible outcomes are 36. So probability of divisible by 3, sum divisible by 3 is equals to 4 divided by 36 equals to
36.
1 by 9 equals to 1 by 9. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Now this is a traditional method by which you will follow and calculate the answer. But this becomes simple. So there is a shortcut trick that I am going to tell you. Let me take this image on the next page. Cut. Paste. Let me increase the size of this image so that it will be visible. So I hope this is visible now. Okay, now this is a chart used to find the probability of sum of two dices and sum of three dices. So to remember this chart, write the minimum sum. So minimum sum is 2 here. Minimum sum is 2 here. Let me select a pen. So this is a minimum sum. The pen is not working. Okay. So minimum sum is a 2 to the 12. So if we write this as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. These are the sums. Now count the numbers. So total numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 are the total numbers. Okay, so 12 minus 2 to the 12 are 11 total numbers. Now find out the midpoint of this. So 11 divided by 2 equals to 5. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this will be the first list, and remaining this will be the second list, and this will be a midpoint. So I'm telling you the trick of remembering this. So write down the sums like this. So draw a triangle like this, then write the sums on the left side on this line, sums on the right side on this line, and this will be your midpoint. This will be your midpoint. So take 7 here, then start writing 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 here. Then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 here. Okay. So after writing this, then on below line, write their probability. So probability here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then reflect this on the other side. So 5 here, so 5 here, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, 1. Okay, so it is very much easy to remember this triangle. Find out the central point, write the numbers on the both the sides of the triangle, and then write down the probabilities. Probability will start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Center will have the 6, and then go on decreasing like 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now with this chart, we can immediately calculate the probabilities. Probabilities, first probabilities, let me write. Probability of sum equals to 1. Sir, sum equals to 1 is an impossible event. You will not get sum as 1 in any case. So sum equals to 2. So according to this, its probability is equals to 1. Its probability is equals to 1. So let us check whether this is correct or not according to our traditional method. So in which cases you will get the sum as 1. So you will have only one option as this 1, 1. Can you get the probability as sum as 2 in any other cases? No. There should be only one option as 1, 1. So 1, 1 is the probability. Okay, now this question also we have solved it wrongly. The outcome sums are 3, 6, 9, 12. But these possible outcomes are for this 3, you can have 1, 2 or 2, 1. Both these events are possible. For this 6, again the events are possible. So this one, whatever I have written, is not correct. So let me remove this.
Sir, it should be 10 by 36 na? Sum is divisible
Yes.
by 3.
Yes, we will count that. So that's what happens if we do like this. So this will be a handy method to find out the answer. Okay, now let us calculate the probability of divisible by 3. So it is probability is not 1, it is 1 by 36. Probability of getting sum is 1 by 36. Actually, it is 1 by 36. It is 2 by 36, 3 by 36, and so on. Okay, now probability of divisible by 3. So which are the sums divisible by 3? These sums are 3, 6, 9, and 12. Now, according to this chart, what is the probability of getting sum as 3? Getting sum as 3 is equals to probability 2. 2, that means 2 by 36. It is 2 by 36. Plus getting sum as 6. Getting sum as 6 is 5 by 36. It is 5 by 36. Plus getting sum as 9. 9 is sum as 9 is 4 by 36.
4 by 36.
4 by 36. And 12 is
1 by
1 by
36.
36. So sum it 2 plus 5
1 by
7 plus
36.
4 11 plus 1 12 by 36 equals to 1 by 3. So this is actual probability of getting sum which is divisible by 3. And if we count the cases, then you will have to count it as getting sum as 1. 3 is 1, 2, 2, 1. Getting sum for 6 as 1, 5, then 2, 4, then 3, 3, then 4, 2, then 5, 1. So this is for 6. Similarly for 9, 3, 6, 4, 5, then 5, 4, then 6, 3, then 4, 5. That we have written. 4, 5 we have written. Which one is remaining? 3 comma 6 we have written, 4 comma 5 we have written, 5 comma 4, 6 comma 3 we have written. Now getting sum 12 is 3 we have written, 6 we have written, 9 we have written, getting sum 12 is 6 comma 6. Okay, so these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So that means 12 by 36. But in this case, there is a possibility that you will miss one of the sum and your answer will be wrong. But this chart will definitely tell you that probability of getting sum is sum 3 is 2 by 36, getting sum 6 is 5 by 36, getting sum 9 is 4 by 36, and getting sum 12 is 1 by 36. So this will definitely save your time to find out your answer. Now find the probability of multiple of 5, multiple of 5. Can you tell me with this chart, multiple of 5?
Only 9.
Yes,
4 by 36.
4 by 36,
7 by 36.
7 by 36. So multiples of 5 means the sum 5, sum 5 and sum 10 is a multiple of 5. 5 and 10 is a multiple of 5 in this. So sum 5 here you are getting 4 by 36 and sum 10 here you are getting 3 by 36. So it is equals to 4 by 36 plus 3 by 36 equals to 7 by 36. If you want to check with the traditional method, okay, so check is not required, but to make it sure whether this formula is correct or not, we will check this example also. So getting sum 5, you can get sum 5 with these options 1 comma 4, 2 comma 3, then 3 comma 2, 4 comma 1. So this is for getting sum 5, and for getting sum 10 you have options as 4 comma 6, then
5 comma 5.
5 comma 5,
6 comma 4.
6 comma 4. So that means total cases are 7. Total possibilities are 36. So it is 7 by 36. That means our triangle method is accurate. Triangle method is accurate. So this is what you can use a method for getting a sum for 3 dices. So if you extend this problem to 3 dices, then it will become very complex to calculate with a traditional method, finding all the possibilities and then dividing it by 6 into 6 into 6. So total outcomes here are 6 into 6 into 6. That is 36 into 6 equals to how much?
216.
216. So total outcomes are 216. So checking all possible 216 outcomes will be a difficult task. So same method we can use here also. So what are the possible sums? So minimum sum is if the outcome is
3.
1 comma 1 comma 1. So this is the minimum outcome, and maximum outcome is 6 comma 6 comma 6. So minimum sum is 1, maximum sum is 18. So write down these sums. Now this is even number of sums. So if you count this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So previously there were 11 sums, so we easily found out the midpoint of this. But here finding the midpoint will be a difficult. Otherwise the sequence will become unbalanced. So that's why we will find two midpoints here, 10 and 11. We'll take two midpoints, 10 and 11. So just write down the sums on the upper part, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, up to 18. Up to 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers on this side, 7 numbers on this side, and 2 numbers on the upper side. 2 numbers on the upper side. That means 7 plus 7, 14, and 2, 16. Total sums. Okay. Now next you have to write the probability of getting a sum. Probability of getting a sum. So let me write here a number as 1, here number as 2, here number as 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. For writing, this will make it complex. Rather, we will understand the relationship between this. So first number is 1. Always write 1 at the start, because getting sum as 1, you can get a sum as 1 with this possibility only, and getting sum 18 with this possibility only. So here probability is 1, here probability is 1. Then increment a number by 2 here. So 1 plus 2 is 3. Then increment a number by 3 next time. So 3 plus 3, 6. Then increment by 4. 6 plus 4, 10. Then increment by 5. 10 plus 5, 15. Next you will increment by 6 by okay. Next you will increment by 6. So up till here it is correct. Up to here it is correct. Then you have to subtract. Sorry, you have to write this as 4 and this as 3. After 6, you have write it as a 4 and a 3. So this is required to be remembered here. So first time increase by 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then by 4, then by 3. Okay, now if you are able to remember this sequence up to 6, why up to 6? Because total numbers on the dice are up to 6. So up to 6 we have incremented. From 6 you have to decrease the number by 2, that means increase it by 4 and then increase it by 3. So this is exceptional case that we will have to remember. Then after writing this, you have to just reflect these numbers on the right hand side. 1, 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 25, 27 here. Then start with 27 and write it in the decreasing order. Okay, so if you remember this triangle, then the same questions that I have written, find the probability of getting the sum as multiple of 5, find the probability of getting sum as divisible by 3, will be easier to solve if you know this method. Okay, so study this method. I will be sharing this document with you. Sorry, I will have to write here 5, 6, then 4, and then 3. Okay, let me export this document. Export PDF. Okay, I will update this document later in the classroom after finishing with the probability. But I will share this immediately on your WhatsApp group. Okay, so we'll be solving or take some examples based on this and cross-verify whether this particular method is correct or not. So for getting a sum as 3, sum is, this method is telling it is 1, it is 1 by 216. Getting sum as 18, it is 1 by 216. Getting sum as 3, let us check. Getting sum as 4, let us check or verify for this. Getting sum as 4, page after. If 3 pair dice are rolled, find the probability that first sum is 4. So what are the possible cases for getting sum 4? So this can be 1, 1, 2 is a 4. Then this one position you can alter it as 1 at the second position. Sorry, 2 at the first position. Is there any other possibility to get a sum as 4? Let's check the row of 3. So if the first number is 3, minimum sum we will get is a 5. Minimum sum we will get is a 5. So you can't find the sums as 4. Starting from column, starting from row, with, starting with 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. There you will not find anything. You can find the sum as 4 in the first 2 rows only. So in first row, it is 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and in second row, it is 2, 1, 1. So probability is 3 by 2, 1, 6. And according to this triangle, it is given as 3 by 2, 1, 6. Okay, that means the this particular diagram is also working. But you should check it for others also. But it is tested and proved. Let me tell you, don't keep any doubt about this method, that this method is tested and proved for all the possibilities. So in your competitive examinations, aptitude examinations, even though problem seems to be simple or solvable, but it takes a longer time. So you can save your time by using these methods of dice. Okay, so let me share an attendance link with you. Today's date is